Hello students, myself Dr. Timmegowda NR, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Chemistry, Government SKSJ Technological Institute, KR Circle, Bangalore. In my Session 3 video lecture, I am going to talk about the continuation of Engineering Chemistry Module 1, that is Electrochemistry and Energy Storage Systems. In my previous session, I explained about electrode potential, cell potential or EMF of cell, and derivation of Nernst equation for single electrode. The session 3 content includes Nernst equation for a cell and numerical problems on electrode potential E, standard electrode potential E0 and EMF of cell, that is E cell. As we derived in previous session, the Nernst equation for single electrode is E is equal to E0 plus 2.303 RT divided by NF log of the concentration of metal ions in solution. At standard condition, the above equation can be written as E is equal to E0 plus 0.0591 divided by N log of the concentration of metal ions in solution. If we consider a cell which consists of two half cells, then the Nernst equation for a cell can be written as E cell is equal to E0 cell plus 2.303 RT divided by NF log of the concentration of metal ions in solution at cathode divided by the concentration of metal ions in solution at anode. At standard condition, if we substitute the value of universal gas constant 8.314, temperature 298 Kelvin and Faraday's constant 96,500, then the above equation can be rewritten as E cell is equal to E0 cell plus 0.0591 divided by N log of the concentration of metal ions in solution at cathode divided by the concentration of metal ions in solution at anode. Let's start solving some problems on electrode potential, standard electrode potential and EMF of the cell calculations. The problem number 1. Calculate the electrode potential of zinc electrode which is dipped in a solution of 0.03 molar zinc sulfate at 25 degrees Celsius or 298 Kelvin. The given standard electrode potential of zinc is minus 0.76 volt. The first, we can list the given values, that is the standard electrode potential of zinc is equal to minus 0.76 volt and electrode potential of zinc to be calculated and the concentration of zinc sulfate that is equal to 0.03 molar and the value of N is equal to 2 because the valency of zinc is plus 2. So 2 moles of electrons will be involved in the reaction. The suitable Nernst equation for this problem is E is equal to E0 plus 0.0591 divided by N log of the concentration of metal ions in solution. So because the temperature they mentioned 25 degree or 298 Kelvin, then we can directly use this Nernst equation at standard condition. Substitute the values. The value of E0 is minus 0.76 plus 0.0591 divided by value of N is equal to 2 and log of the concentration of metal ions is 0.03. Then the value of log 0.03 is equal to minus 1.523. After substitution and calculation, we will get the electrode potential of zinc is equal to minus 0.805 volt. So this is about the problem number 1. Let's move to the problem number 2. Calculate the electrode potential of copper if the concentration of copper sulfate is 0.206 molar at 23.1 degrees Celsius given that E0 of copper 2 plus bar copper is equal to plus 0.34 volt. Let's list the given values. The electrode potential to be calculated, standard electrode potential of copper is 0.34 volt and concentration of copper sulfate, that is equal to 0.206 molar, and the value of N is equal to 2. Here the valency is plus 2 here, and temperature they have given 23.1 degrees Celsius, so that we can convert it into the Kelvin by adding 273. So it becomes 296.1 Kelvin. The suitable Nernst equation for single electrode is E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by NF log of concentration of metal ions. So let's substitute the given values. The E naught value is 0.34 plus 2.303 into the value of R is 8.314 into the T value 296.1 divided by value of N is equal to 2 into value of F is 96,500 log of the concentration of the solution is 0.206 and its value minus 0.68613. After calculation, you will get the electrode potential of the copper is equal to 0.3198 volt. So this is about the problem number 2. Let's move to problem number 3. Calculate the standard electrode potential of lead electrode if the electrode potential at 301 Kelvin is minus 0.18025 volt and concentration of lead 2 plus solution is 0.0096 molar. The given values are the electrode potential of lead, that is equal to minus 0.18025 volt, and standard electrode potential of lead to be calculated. Concentration of lead 2 plus ions is equal to 0.0096 molar, and value of N is equal to 2 because valence is 2 here, and temperature, that is 301 Kelvin. The Nernst equation for single electrode, E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by NF, a log of the concentration of metal ions in solution. So E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by NF log of, here the metal ions here is lead 2 plus ions. The E value is equal to minus 0.18025, E naught to be calculated plus 2.303 into 8.314 into temperature 301 divided by N is equal to 2 into F value 96,500 and log of the concentration of lead 2 plus 0.0096 molar, and the log value here log of 0.0096 is equal to minus 2.0177. So I want to find out E naught value, so I have taken this one. So minus 0.18025 and I will shift this one to left side, so sign will change, minus 2.303 into 8.314 into 301 divided by 2 into 96,500. Then after the calculation you will get the standard electrode potential of lead is equal to minus 0.12 volt. In this way we can calculate the electrode potential as well as standard electrode potential. So next we move on to the cell diagram and cell representation here. So if this is a diagram, we can represent the cell in this way. The first, as per conventions, the anode should be written at left. Here zinc is an anode, and cathode should be written at right side of anode, and these anode and cathode connected through a SOD bridge. So the zinc metal, it is immersed in zinc 2 plus ion solution. So this line indicates a boundary between the zinc solid and zinc 2 plus solution, and then it is connected to the another half cell copper 2 plus ions, and then it is in contact with the another electrode copper. So this copper 2 plus and copper separated by a boundary line. So I will repeat, the cell representation can be done by writing anode at left side and cathode at right side of anode, and these two are connected through a salt bridge. The problem number 4 about EMF of cell. It is appeared in June 2019 question paper. Let's go through this problem. What voltage will be generated by a cell that consists of an iron electrode immersed in 0.5 molar ferrous sulfate solution and copper electrode immersed in 1 molar copper sulfate solution at 298 Kelvin. Given standard electrode potential of iron is equal to minus 0.44 volt and the standard electrode potential of copper is equal to 0.34 volt. Write the cell representation and cell reactions. The given values are the standard electrode potential of iron, that is equal to minus 0.44 volt, and standard electrode potential of copper, that is 0.34 volt, and concentration of Fe2 plus, that is equal to 0.5 molar, and concentration of copper, that is equal to 1 molar, and the temperature is equal to 298 Kelvin. So according to these values, so here the copper acts as cathode because it has higher standard reduction potential than iron. Hence iron behaves as anode. So iron anode and copper cathode. The suitable Nernst equation for cell is E cell is equal to E naught cell plus 0.0591 divided by n log of the concentration of solution at cathode divided by the concentration of solution at anode. So let's calculate the standard EMF of the cell using standard reduction potentials of two electrodes. The E naught cell is equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. So in this problem, copper behaves as cathode and its E naught value 0.34 volt minus anode value is minus 0.44. So we will get E naught cell value, that is 0.78 volt. So E cell is equal to E naught cell plus 0.0591 divided by n log of Cu2 plus divided by Fe2 plus, because it's a cathode solution and it is anodic solution. E cell is equal to E naught cell value 0.78 volt plus 0.059 divided by 2 log of the concentration of copper is 1 molar divided by the concentration of Fe2 plus 0.5 molar. And 1 divided by 0.5, it's equal to 2 log 2 value is equal to 0.30103. So after calculation, we will get EMF of the cell is equal to 0.789 volt. So here they has to write the cell representation. So iron behaves as anode and copper behaves as cathode. So anode should be written left side. So iron, it is in contact with Fe2 plus solution of 0.5 molar, and the cathode solution copper 2 plus of 1 molar bar, it is in contact with copper, and these two half cells connected through a salt bridge. So this is the cell representation of above for the above problem. So next, cell reactions. As we know that the anodic material will undergo oxidation and cathodic material will undergo reduction. So here iron behaves as anode, hence it undergoes oxidation and it releases electrons. At the same time, at cathode, the copper 2 plus ions present in the solution will react with the available electrons and it becomes neutral copper. So net cell reaction, the electrons here cancel. So Fe plus Cu2 plus gives rise to Fe2 plus Cu. So this is the net cell reaction. So this is about the problem number 4. Let's move to problem number 5. It is appeared in January 2019 question paper. For the cell Fe bar Fe2 plus of 0.01 molar, the salt bridge symbol, Ag plus of 0.1 molar bar Ag. Write the cell reaction and calculate the EMF of the cell at 298 Kelvin. If standard potentials of Fe and Ag electrodes are minus 0.44 volt and plus 0.8 volt respectively. The given values are the E0 value, standard electrode potential of iron, that is minus 0.44 volt, and standard electrode potential of silver is equal to plus 0.8 volt, and concentration of Fe2 plus 0.01 molar, concentration of Ag plus 0.1 molar, and temperature 298 Kelvin. The first question is here, write the cell reaction. Here according to E0 values, the silver acts as cathode and iron acts as anode. So anode will undergo oxidation, the Fe, it undergo oxidation and it becomes Fe2 plus 2 electron. Simultaneously the silver undergo reduction, the Ag plus electron gives rise to Ag. So here 2 moles of electrons is releasing, so here 2 moles of silver will react with 2 moles of electrons and becomes 2 moles of silver. The net cell reaction Fe plus 2 Ag gives rise to Fe2 plus 2 Ag. This is first question here. And then calculate the EMF of cell, second question. As we know that E cell is equal to E0 cell plus 0.0591 divided by N log of concentration of the solution at cathode divided by concentration of the solution at anode. So we selected this standard condition equation because the temperature is 298 Kelvin here. Let's calculate E0 cell first. E0 cell is equal to E0 cathode minus E0 anode. Here iron is anode and silver is cathode. The silver E0 value is 0.80 minus this one of the E0 value of anode iron, that is minus 0.44. So the E0 cell is equal to 1.24 volt. So then E cell is equal to E0 cell plus 0.059 divided by N log of the concentration of solution at cathode, that is silver, divided by the concentration of Fe2 plus. Here that square indicates the coefficient of Ag, the coefficient of Ag plus, because 2 moles of Ag plus is reacting, so double, therefore it is square here, it should be very important. So the 2 moles, it is, therefore we are here Ag plus square. So then substitute the given values. E cell is equal to, the E0 cell is 1.24 volt plus 0.059 divided by value of N is equal to 2, because 2 electrons or 2 moles of electrons involved, log of the silver ion concentration is 0.1 molar divided by the Fe2 plus ion concentration 0.01. So E cell is equal to 1.24 plus 0.059 divided by 2, that is 0.0295. Here the 0.1 square, that is 0.01 divided by 0.01, it becomes 1, log 1 is equal to 0. This whole term becomes 0, hence this full term becomes 0, hence EMF of the cell is equal to 1.24 volt. So this is about problem number 5. Let's move to the problem number 6, appeared in June-July 2014 question paper. Here an electrochemical cell is constructed by immersing a silver wire in silver nitrate solution of 0.5 molar and a cadmium wire in cadmium sulfate solution of 0.25 molar at 25 degrees Celsius. Write the cell diagram, cell reaction, and calculate EMF of cell and change in free energy. The given E naught of Ag plus is equal to 0.8 volt and E naught of Cd2 plus is equal to minus 0.4 volt, and value of F is equal to 96.5 kilojoules per kg per volt. The given values are standard electrode potential of cadmium, that is equal to minus 0.4, standard electrode potential of silver, that is 0.8 volt, and cadmium 2 plus cadmium sulfate solution 0.25 molar, and silver plus concentration, that is 0.5 molar, and value of N is equal to 2. Value of N is equal to 2 because 2 moles of electrons will be involved in the reaction, and temperature they have mentioned it 25 degrees Celsius. So we can convert it into Kelvin by adding 273, then it becomes 298 Kelvin, and Faraday's constant value 96.5 kilojoules per kg per volt. The first thing is write the cell diagram. So this is the diagram and a representation. If we look at the E naught values of cadmium and silver, higher the reduction potential, it behaves as cathode, and lower the reduction potential, it behaves as anode. Hence I will start with anode, that is cadmium. Cadmium metal, it is in contact with Cd2 plus solution of 0.25 molar, and there is a sword bridge symbol here, and then at cathode the Ag plus ion of 0.5 molar, it is in contact with silver metal. So this is the representation. And other one is the cell reactions. Here cadmium is anode, it will undergo oxidation. So Cd gives rise to Cd plus 2 plus it releases 2 electrons here, and other way the Ag plus ions at cathode will react with electrons and becomes Ag. Here 2 moles of electrons is releasing, hence 2 moles of Ag plus will be reacted here with 2 released electrons and it becomes 2 Ag. The net cell reaction, the Cd plus 2 Ag plus and Cd2 plus plus 2 Ag. So next thing is the calculation of EMF. E cell is equal to E naught cell plus 0.0591 divided by N log of the concentration of solution at cathode divided by concentration of the solution at anode. So let's calculate E naught cell value by using E naught of cadmium and E naught value of silver. So E naught cell is equal to, the cathode is here silver 0.8 volt minus of anode is cadmium minus 0.4, will E naught cell value is equal to 1.2 volt. So then the Nernst equation, E cell is equal to E naught cell plus 0.059 divided by N log of Ag plus, the cathodic solution is Ag plus square, because again the 2 moles of coefficient of Ag plus is 2, so 2 moles is involving, so it should be a square here, divided by cathodic solution cadmium 2 plus. E cell is equal to, the value of E naught cell is 1.2 volt plus 0.059 divided by 2 log of the Ag plus concentration is 0.5 molar square divided by the CD2 plus solution is 0.25 molar, and the 0.5 square, that is equal to 0.25 divided by 0.25, this term becomes 1, log 1 is equal to 0, hence the whole term is equal to 0, hence the EMF of cell, that is equal to 1.2 volt. And lastly, the change in free energy. The change in free energy is equal to minus NFE. Let's substitute the values. Delta G is equal to minus N value is equal to 2 into F value 96.5 and EMF of the cell 1.2. Then the change in free energy is equal to minus 231.6 kilojoules per kg. This value with negative sign indicates the cell reaction is spontaneous. Let's go through 7th problem. Write the off cell and net cell reactions for the cell. CD solid bar CD2 plus of 0.01 molar salt bridge, Cu2 plus of 0.5 molar bar Cu. The standard reduction potential of CD and Cu are minus 0.4 volt and 0.34 volt respectively. Calculate the EMF of the cell. The given values: the standard electrode potential of cadmium minus 0.4 volt, standard electrode potential of copper 0.34 volt, concentration of cadmium solution 0.01 molar, concentration of copper solution 0.5 molar, and EMF of the cell to be calculated. The off cell and net cell reactions. Here, if we compare the reduction potential values, the copper having higher standard reduction potential than cadmium, hence copper function as cathode and cadmium function as anode. So cadmium undergoes oxidation, CD gives rise to CD2 plus 2 electron, it is oxidation. At cathode, copper 2 plus ions will react with the 2 electrons and becomes copper. Hence, the net cell reaction is CD plus Cu2 plus gives rise to CD2 plus Cu. And EMF of the cell is equal to E naught cell plus 0.0591 divided by N log of concentration of solution at cathode divided by concentration of the solution at anode. So E naught cell value, that is E naught cathode minus E naught anode. Cathode is copper here 0.34 minus of anode, that is cadmium, minus 0.40. E naught cell value is equal to 0.74 volt. And if we substitute the value, E cell is equal to E naught cell value 0.74 plus 0.059 divided by value of N is equal to 2 log of the concentration of Cu2 plus 0.5 divided by concentration of CD2 plus 0.01. So it will come as 50 log 50, that is equal to 1.69897. After substitution and calculation, finally we will get EMF of the cell is equal to 0.7902 volt. So this is about problem number 7. Problem number 8. A cell is constructed by coupling zinc electrode dipped in 0.5 molar zinc sulfate and nickel electrode dipped in 0.05 molar nickel sulfate. Write the cell representation, cell reaction, and calculate EMF of the cell. The given standard reduction potentials of zinc and nickel has minus 0.76 and minus 0.25 volt respectively. The given values: standard electrode potential of zinc minus 0.76 volt, standard electrode potential of nickel minus 0.25 volt, and concentration of zinc 2 plus 0.5 molar and concentration of nickel 2 plus 0.05 molar. So if you look at the E naught values, here it is minus 0.76 and it is minus 0.25. Hence zinc behaves as anode because of lower value, and nickel behaves as cathode. So cell representation, the zinc, it is in contact with Zn2 plus solution of 0.5 molar salt bridge, and then nickel 2 plus ions of 0.05 molar in contact with nickel. So the electrode and cell reactions at anode, because zinc behaves as anode, it undergoes oxidation and it releases 2 electrons. At cathode, nickel 2 plus ions will react with electrons and becomes neutral nickel. Net cell reaction Zn plus Ni2 plus gives rise to Zn2 plus Ni. And EMF of the cell is equal to E naught cell plus 0.0591 divided by N log of concentration of the solution at cathode divided by concentration of the solution at anode. So let's calculate E naught cell value. E naught cell is equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode, that is equal to minus 0.25 minus of minus 0.76 volt, that is equal to 0.51 volt. So next let's substitute the values. E cell is equal to E naught cell value 0.51 plus 0.0591 divided by 2 log of the concentration of Ni2 plus 0.05 divided by concentration of Zn2 plus 0.5. So this term becomes 0.1, log 0.1 is equal to minus 1. So after substitution and calculation, we will get the EMF of the above cell is equal to 0.4804 volt. So in this way we can calculate the EMF of the cell at different conditions. So I will stop this session here. Let's see some multiple choice questions covered in this session. The question number 1, CD bar CD 2 plus of 0.01 molar salt bridge, Cu 2 plus of 0.5 molar bar Cu. The anode in the above cell is, so according to the cell representation conventions, anode always written at left side, hence the answer will be the option B, cadmium. Question number 2, Nernst equation for the cell Zn plus Cu2 plus gives rise to Zn2 plus Cu. Option A, E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by Nf log of Zn2 plus. Option B, E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by Nf log of Cu2 plus. Option C, E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by Nf log of Cu2 plus divided by Zn2 plus. Option D, E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by Nf log of Zn2 plus divided by Cu2 plus. So if you look at the reaction, zinc undergoing oxidation, it means it is anode, and copper 2 plus undergoes reduction, it is copper as cathode. So cathodic solution should be at numerator, hence the correct answer is option C. Question number 3, Zn bar Zn2 plus of 0.5 molar salt bridge, Ni2 plus of 0.05 molar bar Ni. The cathodic reaction of the cell is option A, Zn gives rise to Zn2 plus 2 electron, Zn2 plus 2 electron gives rise to Zn, Ni2 plus 2 electron gives rise to Ni. Option D, Ni gives rise to Ni2 plus 2 electron. The cathodic reaction is a reduction reaction. Here the cathode always written right side of the anode, so the correct reaction is Ni2 plus 2 electron gives rise to Ni. Correct answer is option C. Question number 4, the standard electrode potential E naught of copper 2 plus of 0.01 molar bar copper, the given electrode potential at 25 degree Celsius is 0.296 volt, is the standard electrode potential E naught of copper 2 plus bar copper is, we should substitute the values for this Nernst equation for single electrode potential, and we will get E naught value, that is option D is the correct answer. Question number 5. CD bar CD 2 plus of 0.01 molar salt bridge, Cu 2 plus of 0.01 molar bar Cu. The standard reduction potentials of CD and Cu are minus 0.4 volt and 0.34 volt respectively. Then standard EMF of the cell produced by the cell is option A plus 0.790 volt, option B minus 0.790 volt, option C minus 0.74 volt, option D plus 0.74 volt. So we need to calculate standard EMF of the cell, that is equal to standard electrode potential of cathode minus standard electrode potential of anode. Here the cathode is copper and anode is cadmium. So if we substitute the standard electrode potentials of the cadmium and the copper, we will get the right answer, option D, that is plus 0.74 volt. So lastly, the question number 6. The cell can be represented according to the conventions. Option A, the anode should be written left side. Option B, the cathode should be written right side of anode. Option C, anode and cathode separated by salt bridge. Option D, all the above. So all the above statements we can use to represent the cell. The right answer is option D, that is all the above. So these are the reference materials you can go through. Thank you one and all. I will continue the remaining syllabus in next session. Thank you again.